Welcome from the snow-covered London this time. I really didn't expect I'm gonna say that, but yeah, it looks beautiful. I'm just about to go to buy a car. Apparently all the unnecessary travel should be avoided, but of course buying a rear-wheel drive convertible is essential on a day like today. No, I found a really good deal. Basically, I'm trying to find something fun that is going to be very cheap, but something that will also kind of give me at least a little bit of an experience of a Nomad, while will allow me to still use it in a weather like today. So basically when it's freezing cold, when it's raining, and so on and so on. Also, I'm a little bit fed up with cleaning the Nomad after having fun in it, so I'm going to give it a try with something else this time. I found a really nice, really cheap Toyota MR2 Mark III, and I'm just going to collect it right now.
I know you said it was, but you can narrow your eyes. I know you said it was.
I bought a car, and it's awesome. I'm just so thrilled. It's just ridiculous. So I bought a Toyota MR2. It's in a really good nick actually. It comes with a hardtop, air conditioning, remote central locking, everything else, and it was ridiculously cheap. I bought it for £800, and I'm planning to sell the hardtop, sell the wheels that it came on, because I will be replacing it with bigger steel wheels. So it looks like it's going to cost me about £400, which is ridiculous. I got the insurance for it, which also was ridiculously cheap, because it was only £270 a year, which is uncomparable to anything else. I don't know what's about this car, but it looks like it was a brilliant buy. It's gonna be a project. I want to be able to have lots of fun in it, so expect a lift, expect big wheels, there's gonna be a winch, some lights maybe, and it's gonna be an alternative to a Nomad when the weather is crap, or also when I don't really want to care about any damage or anything like this. It's just so cheap that it's just gonna be amazing. I'm gonna drive it back to London now. The weather is still crap. It's like icy and snowy everywhere, so wish me luck. Mid-engine, rear-wheel drive. It's gonna be interesting. So I've driven it now for 40 miles. This thing is so much fun. The steering is so direct. It's really nimble. And it also resembles Nomad in a one more way, that I can't see anything through the windscreen. But hopefully everything is fine. I just need to top up the windscreen. I just didn't know how to open the front trunk. There's basically no trunk in the back at all. There's just some storage behind the seats here. But everything like the battery and the fuses and stuff like this, it's all accessible from the front. So I couldn't figure out how to open it. I had to stop and Google it. Got it now. Hopefully it's gonna work. And this is why you don't buy a Defender, but you buy a Toyota. It looks really cool, but I saw the guy already on the hard shoulder. He's been topping up the water. Now he stopped at the petrol station. He's topping it up with water again, so I'm guessing blown head gasket or something like this. And it looks really cool. It looks like this Spectre kind of conversion. It's just such a shame that they are so unreliable. Almost and upwards with the MR2.
I saw your bike. It was a joke.
Made it back to London in one piece. This car is awesome. Like, this is one of my best automotive purchases ever. I love it. Just in case you're wondering why this whole MR2 idea. As much as I love the Nomad, it's really difficult to get it clean after a day in the mud. And the problem is, the day in the mud is the most fun thing you can do in the Nomad. You really don't want to avoid it because it's just so much of the great fun, but then on the other hand, it takes forever to get it clean properly. Of course, you can just hose it down, which also might be difficult if you don't have a place in front of your house, but I'm guessing most of the people that get the Nomad, they do have some space. But it's so filthy afterwards. You have to take the seats out, you have to get the seat belts out and really clean it properly to just get all the mud from underneath, from everywhere inside. And I don't really want to have this in the back of my head every time I want to have some fun. So that's why the MR2 is going to be probably for those kind of days that I wouldn't take the Nomad out just because I can't be bothered to wash it afterwards. Good morning. We're back to London. I've got the tires, I've got the wheels, as you can see in the back. and today I'm going to spend the whole day with my mechanic trying to change the gearbox. Basically the Toyota that I bought is the pre-facelift and it doesn't come with a limited slip diff, so that's why it's a one-wheel drive, and as you can imagine it's not that much fun when I'm trying to take it off-roading. So I bought another gearbox together with the engine. It was really cheap, like ridiculously cheap, and it's not as easy as I thought it's going to be to get the gearbox out. It's a lot of hard work with all the, like, you know, mid-engineness of it. But hopefully we're going to achieve it today, so this is what I'm concentrating on. Project MR2. The gearbox is out. It's a pain in the ass, because as you can see, it's like everything is in the way. We have to remove the battery tray, airbox, a few other bits. And now we're going to put the other gearbox, the one with the limited slip diff, so hopefully that's going to make a big difference to traction. So as you can see, the wheels are much bigger. Time to start cutting it.
I saw your bike. It was a joke. I get kinda high sometimes. You're wrong until you're right. You're with me tonight. Stay with me tonight.
We're getting there. Slowly but surely. I'm really proud of two things. I didn't expect them to work, and somehow I managed to make it work. So the wheel arch liners, I actually managed to put them in after cutting the wheel arches. It was pretty tricky to make them fit, to make them work, to make them stay, but what the problem is, the lights, both the headlights and the tail lights, are completely exposed if there are no wheel arch liners. So basically all the mud, all the dirt, all the water would be going straight on them. So I'm really glad that I made it work. And the second thing is, I managed to find a solution to expose radiator. There's a radiator at the bottom that basically sticks out, but my mechanic had a grill from Fiat 500 that fits perfectly just for this one gap. So as you can see, the stones shouldn't hit it. Do you know that this is Mrs. Nomad, the new Mrs. Nomad?
What?
This is Mrs. Nomad, because the car is called MRS. It's a Toyota MRS, so it's a Mrs. Nomad.
Why do they call it the MR2?
MR2 is in the UK and MRS is in Japan. So this one, because it's Japanese import, it's called MRS. But it's the same thing.
You're into your Japanese cars, aren't you?
What do you mean?
Toyota, this one.
They're both Toyotas.
Toyota.
What did you do, Khalil? The recovery mission is on the way.
Okay. Oh yes. Look at that. Oh yes. There she comes. Oh yes. Hi Ace. Oh my god. Oh yeah, baby! Woohoo! Woohoo! I could have done that. Dun 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 dun. Viva Rockers. Paul.
Which one is more fun? Nomad or Mrs. Nomad?
Good.
Okay, I got it. But answer my question.
Yay! Mrs. Nomad.
Mrs. Nomad is more fun.
Mrs. Nomad is a handful.
Well, that's what you say.
The fact that it got beached wasn't my problem.
Okay, it didn't happen to anyone else. How come? How is it? How is it
Because
possible?
I was taking it to its limits. Unlike you guys and you guys ladies, you don't know how to drive a proper car.
So don't you
In
think
Arabia, in the Middle
when you
East,
have lots of snow,
when we have
right?
loads of, well,
Is that what it is? You're not experienced
well, the
with
thing is,
snow.
I expected the sand stays. I thought that it will melt into the car and I'll leave.
That's what it is. So it's basically the conditions. It's not the driving skills or anything. That it's just the conditions. Conditions were just wrong.
Yeah. Plus, I knew you guys were here to help. I knew. And we had main man.
Winchman.
Oh yeah.
Well, Paul was going to lift it up, pick it up, move it on the roads, and just
We don't need a jack, we just lift it up.
I thought it was pretty light. Like you could actually do that, no?
It's only 800 plus kilograms.
No,
Ah,
not
should be fine.
900 something.
So carry it.
One hand only for that.
First time ever van party.